Welcome to episode 5 of the Lactor of podcast, DJDubC Flemoxicillin, and our special guest today is Emily. Emily, we appreciate you being here. How are you?
Hi, hello. Doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. And Flem, it's always great to talk to you as well. You just finished up G. You're on H now.
That's true for everyone who's following intensely. First of all, hi, Emily. Very nice to meet you. Not that we talked for 5 minutes before this or anything.
No, this is your guys' actual first time actually talking face to face. Yeah.
No, I'm kind of on a deadline for tomorrow for H. I don't know what it's going to be. So that's
you haven't chosen a game yet?
Yeah, so I'm doing, if you don't know, I'm doing Alphabet Gaming Challenge. Every week is a new letter, 4 days to beat it. Last week was Green H word. Very difficult, had a very hard time. But we did it.
You were nervous.
Sure. I thought for sure I wasn't going to make it. But I think that I fake made it because the game doesn't seem to have, I think it had multiple endings, so.
What was your punishment going to be if you weren't going to beat it?
The ongoing joke is it's going to be a tattoo. I don't know. I've never had a tattoo, so
you were talking about piercings.
I think that's a little bit more easy to hide. So I feel like that would be okay. But everyone's saying tattoo, so I don't know.
What would you have done if you would have had to have gotten a tattoo of that game?
Someone said a good idea. It was like, because if you've ever played the game, you like inspect your arms a lot, and there's leeches on it. So someone said to get a leech.
Ooh, okay.
Which I think that'd be a little gross, but I could see it.
You need to do for H, do Hello Kitty Adventures.
Is that a game? Okay,
it is a game.
Maybe.
I haven't seen it, but I feel like that would go really, really hard.
Yeah, I think your viewers would love that.
Big Hello Kitty fans over here, huh?
Well, anyway, we're here to talk about Emily. Emily, we want to know your origin story. We want to know why you became a streamer. We want to know everying. So
I want it from, and I don't, just like I tell everyone, I don't want some like, oh yeah, I started streaming and stuff. No.
Oh wait, we're taking it back.
I want to know, even before you were born. Where were the parents?
Before I was born.
Yeah, I want full lineage. If you
maiden name, social security.
You have records going back as far.
Oh, don't worry. I got my binder here full of everything. Oh boy, I don't even know where to start. I guess we could take it way back. So I feel like my experience with like gaming and Twitch and just being online in general is probably like a little different than maybe like other people who have been on this podcast, because I am a little bit younger than like most of the people in the community. So I was born in the year 2000, so I'm 24. Okay. And I think almost everyone here is kind of like a 90s kid or something like that. And so my generation, or what I grew up doing, was kind of like a lot of computer games, like little flash games like Balloons or like Club Penguin or like some Super Mario games and such. And my parents didn't always think gaming was a very cool thing. They're like, yeah, whatever, it's just like a waste of time, yada yada. So I just spent a bunch of time playing flash games on the computer, pretending to do my homework, or being on Cool Math Games, if you guys know that website.
Oh, yeah.
So
I know the
yeah, I would totally be like practicing my multiplication and division with their really educational games on there, and totally not playing Balloons Tower Defense 3, which was like my favorite game as a kid. I played it nonstop.
So it was
nice.
Cool Math Games. Maybe I'm thinking it's the wrong thing. So they had actual games that weren't math related?
Yeah, they had games that weren't entirely math related. I don't know how that works on their website, like if it had to be
that's
like
brilliant.
Completely educational.
Yeah, they probably did that to like avoid being spam filtered or something for schools. Because I remember most sites as I got older were getting like blocked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Cool Math Games. That's a good strategy.
Yeah. But like the teacher would always like walk around and they would see like, are you doing your math games? And then you would have Fire and Ice on, and you're like, totally not. I'll switch back.
That's great.
So you were talking about Balloons. I still notice you do play Balloons a lot still. Is that, would you say that's is that still one of your favorite games, or?
I would say so, yeah. I feel like for me when I play Balloons, it doesn't have a lot of like commitment to it. Like I don't have to progress and do better, or I don't have to like do ranked and like do all this stuff like in other games. And it's just like a nice like fun chill game for me to like wind down to.
Mm-hmm. You could just chill on like
Yeah.
Discord and talk to people and play it.
That's that game, right? The monkey and the balloons.
Mm-hmm.
That's that one. Okay, I think it's a tower defense thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually never played that one, so I know that those games exist and I've seen it for years. Never jumped on the old balloon breaking.
Oh, that could have been your B game, man.
True.
Oh yeah. Is it beatable? Are there credits at the end, or does it just go forever?
Depending on like which game it is specifically, it can kind of go on forever, but there is like a supposed like end to it. Like once you beat like round whatever, then it's just free to play.
You've been playing that for a very long time. Would you consider yourself an expert? I think they say 10,000 hours makes you an expert or something.
Currently, I'm at like 300 hours or something like that on Steam, so not quite there yet, but
you're on your way.
On our way.
Yeah, you're well on your way.
But lifetime, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
So we talked about balloons. What other games are you like into? Like current games?
Current games. I haven't really played too many other games. I kind of just do like party games or whatever games are like people are playing around. I'm not very good at video games just in general. So like I'll play Fortnite with like people in the community and I'll just kind of like follow them or run around and collect stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like supporting the team.
You're better
I'm
than
there
me.
for moral support.
I follow you guys when we play together. You're better than me.
But it's a fun time.
I haven't seen Ronnie play in a long time, but when I did watch, I was actually like, I thought a lot of people could take him on.
Fortnite?
yeah. Fortnite, Apex, Dead by Daylight when I first started watching you.
I got better at that.
Yeah, you got better at that. But that's cool. So I feel like, I saw on referencing your Twitch, you said that the games you're currently into, you said WoW was one of them, but you put in parentheses, I suck.
Yes.
A little self-deprecation. That's good. So, but do you still play like MMOs or anything like that, or has it all just been like you said, party games and?
I love WoW. WoW is a really fun game to play. The only downside to it is that it takes up a lot of time. Like you could play for hours and like wouldn't even know that hours have passed. The reason why I have in parentheses I suck is because I think maybe November or December of Twitch, there was this like big WoW resurgence from some popular streamers playing World of Warcraft, especially the hardcore mode. And I had never played World of Warcraft before, and I decided to jump straight into hardcore. And
smart move.
it was fun. It was very challenging. I like the challenge aspect of it.
Game. I don't know why I hate this. This is so hard.
Why is this awful? No, but WoW was really fun. The only thing about hardcore is that when you die, you basically have to reset your character and start a new one. And that really sucks when you like spend a lot of time, especially leveling and doing other things, and you die to like a thing that you shouldn't have. And that's why I have in parentheses I suck, because I think I died maybe a total of 6 times.
Oh, that'd be done after 2.
And then I gave up after that. I was like, no more hardcore for me.
I didn't know hardcore your character resets probably. Not all of it, right? Or just on hardcore that happens?
You can like transfer your character to like the non-hardcore version, but I think it's like if you want to keep doing like the hardcore mode, you have to like do a new character and stuff.
I didn't even know that existed. That's crazy. Learning so much already.
Do you guys play like MMOs or anything like that?
I thought about getting into World of Warcraft when you guys were playing it, but I didn't want to pay the monthly fee. So, but I might. Are you guys gonna do it again?
I've been thinking about it. The only thing that's like holding me back from playing WoW is just like putting time into playing WoW.
For sure.
But I would definitely love to do WoW again if people are wanting to play again.
If you guys get into it, I might join in this time. It was pretty late for me.
I remember, was it 2020 when WoW Classic like came back out? Was that the time? Was it 2020 or 2019-ish? Might have been even sooner than that. They came out again.
I feel like it was sooner.
It was like sooner than 2020 or later? I can't. What did we mean? 2018, right?
Around
Maybe.
that time.
Somewhere around that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I had a friend who was super into it. You've probably heard of Nix before. Probably seen it in my chat before. But he visited us here in Texas, and it was my first experience playing like an MMO, World of Warcraft type of game. And for a solid like 3 days, like sun up to sundown, like we were, I guess what you say, on the grind.
Hmm.
Is that what the terminology? We were grinding, and it was a terrible, terrible game for me. I was so flustered for. There's just too many buttons. I can't click that fast. But when I just didn't know because when we died, because I died a lot, I didn't have to restart. So I'm glad that I didn't have your strict gameplay rules.
So we know what W is not going to be for you during this challenge.
No, nope.
So Emily, what about like games like TFT? We know you play that game a lot. Have you played that recently, or?
I dabble a little bit in TFT, like occasionally. Sometimes I'll see they'll post stuff about the PPE that comes out, and then I'll play a few games, and I'm like, this set's kind of mid, and I'll just wait for the next season.
All right, what do you like better?
I used to play it a ton back in like 2020.
What do you like better, League or TFT? If you had to choose.
Ooh, I would have to say TFT over League. Summoner's Rift is pretty cool. That was like my first introduction to like, I guess, more like PC gaming, not just like Flash games.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have it in me to do like Summoner's Rift, League. I can't do that grind. I would at most do ARAMs, and that's it, just for funsies with friends.
Is TFT toxic just like as much as League is, or is TFT more chill?
Honestly, from the times that I play that, it's actually more chill. Like I rarely ever see anyone like type in the TFT chat. Most people are not like.
It's not like go kill yourself or anything
Yeah.
like that. It's always good if that's the bar that the game is setting. Do they tell me to kill myself?
It's like, oh, they took my item. Oh, darn. That's the end of it. Like it doesn't get any worse than that.
I kind of love this idea that you're a gamer that started on Flash games. Like that's such a cool start, actually.
Right.
But so outside of Flash games, when you were growing up, did you have a console? Like you said Nintendo, but was that one of your first? Did you move on? Like when did you make that transition from I'm getting by in math class to I want to play games at home?
So I've had like a few consoles when I was younger. The main ones were like the Game Boy Advance, I think, and Nintendo
Classic.
DS Lite, and then I had the Wii. I had the GameCube for a little while, but I think I was still like kind of sort of too young to like really play it, so my mom just gave it to my brothers. I was like 4 or 5.
Came out like in what, 2001?
Yeah, so I was like 4 or 5 when I played it. I played like Harry Potter on it, and that was it.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one. Very good graphics on that one.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. Did you move up to the Wii eventually? I feel like that would have been your guys' prime. The Wii.
Yeah. The Wii was like, I think probably the last console I had, and up until recently when I had gotten the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, the Switch. And I played not too many games, mostly just like Just Dance, some Mario games. I think for like a day I played Call of Duty on it because I rented it out on Redbox. And then my mom returned it because she was like, violence in this game, not for you.
Do you have a favorite Just Dance song that you did?
Ooh. Let's see. Do I have a favorite song?
Gotta be
I think
that
it's probably
Rasputin.
Yeah, Rasputin.
It's gotta be it, right? It's like,
a classic. It's a great song.
Flem, is that gonna be your J game?
I want it to be. I just have no idea how to set it up. I feel like this whole time I sound like an idiot for everything. I don't know, but
I know, Emily, you've done Just Dance before on stream.
Mm-hmm. Do you have like
not on
a Switch?
Computer, I do, but I don't own the game, so I would have to.
Okay.
I'd have to.
Gotcha.
But I thought there'd be like a way that you could like have it on the PC and play with like your camera, but I don't think you can. Right? That's not a possibility.
There might be. I know there's like a small little niche community of like Just Dance like on Twitch. So
Yeah.
I don't know if they do that entirely like on browser on PC or if they like just hook their Switch up to their computer and do it.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm
Um
pushing for it because I'm so out of shape, I'll die. But I tried setting up that
No,
game called Get on the Mic. That have you heard of that game before? Get on the Mic.
I think I've heard of the name, but I don't know much about it.
Well, it's basically what Ronnie used to do for a living. You know, he rap. But I tried emulators. I tried getting it set up for like 3 days straight. I downloaded probably so many viruses. I just when it came to think about Just Dance, I was afraid I'd be doing that again. So I'm just gonna find a different J game. I don't know what else is out there, but
stay away from the older games. Try to stick newer.
I have no clue. So you played Just Dance and but these were all. So if you have one game, and I think we've asked everyone this, one game that really resonated with your childhood that wasn't on cool math.
Oh no.
that isn't balloons. Is there something that sticks out?
Let's see. If I could pick one game from my childhood that really sticks out to me. Um Probably the Super Mario Bros. Like I played a ton of that on the Game Boy Advance and on the Nintendo DS Lite. And like I would have it I think they would have like the little mini games and then like if you had someone who also has like a DS with them too, like you could like play together like through Bluetooth and then like the little mini like party games. That was always fun. I always did that with my cousins growing up.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like we all. I think almost all of us have like a Mario related game that has been like the center of where we began. Maybe I don't know what Ronnie's was. Ronnie, what was yours?
Honestly,
You
mine
mentioned it
was.
before?
So I mean, obviously, I grew up on like Pokemon and stuff. So there was
Yeah, I
Pokemon.
mean, yeah, they
But
were all in tandem.
besides Pokemon and stuff, I would say like I love Spyro was a really fun game for me. I love playing Spyro.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I was afraid to even say Spyro because I thought you guys would say loser. But
No, dude, I love. I actually want to replay it on stream sometime.
the
'Cause
remake or the OG?
Whatever they have on Steam, that's the one I'm gonna do.
Okay, yeah. I
But
think, yeah, I remember getting Spyro when I was like, I played it like 5 years old, maybe. It might have been like one of my first games that I actually owned. I remember that's kind of what my mom always tells me, at least. I really resonated with the dragon.
yeah, because I know they had that thing. It's either are you Crash Bandicoot or are you Spyro? I was like, I'm Spyro. I mean, I love Crash Bandicoot, but I had to always choose Spyro.
Do you know these games, Emily?
I know Crash Bandicoot. I don't know much about Spyro though.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what I'm gifting you. I'm gifting you that game
They
now.
have kind of similar. They have similar vibes to them. Both
Yeah,
of
they
them.
do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One's just a lot worse than the other.
Similar vibes to like. Sorry, Flem, saying that word.
Yeah,
Similar,
don't say vibes.
similar ways to what's that game?
Like Banjo
Sonic.
Kazooie.
Sonic.
Sonic.
Oh,
It's kind
okay.
of like Sonic in a way. Not entirely, but I mean, the way you gotta play it.
It's not like
Okay, all right. Well, the way it looks, you
But
can
to be
kind of
fair,
relate it to a way.
there's been a bunch of them, so
Yeah.
I don't. There might be one that's like that.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, okay, so it's like a
That's the one I'm thinking
franchise
of.
or like there's
Yeah.
a big series for it.
hmm
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
and they just
okay.
made a new one too, not a couple of years ago, I think. Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot. Yeah, I hear it was
I
really
think
hard.
They just
You'd
put
probably-
one on. They just
you
put
should
one on
probably
Game
jump in
Pass.
on hardcore mode, Emily. You should probably jump in on the hardest setting as soon as you can.
If you guys have Game Pass, they just put one of the Crash Bandicoots on Game Pass.
Was it
Oh,
Warped?
okay.
Remember Warped?
I
Crash
think
Bandicoot
so.
Warped. It had that dude
I
that
think
looked
so.
like Peter Dinklage.
I think so. I don't remember which one, but there is one on there. I'm gonna definitely download that. But I think I do want to buy Spyro and stream that sometime. It'll be fun. Good old memories.
The
But
music's good.
yeah. Anyway, Emily, so going into your like beginnings of Twitch, do you have any like streamers that inspired you? Like any streamers that you were watching, anything like that?
So I didn't know too much about Twitch growing up until I was like maybe 14 or 15, I used to like watch YouTube a lot growing up.
Mhm.
And then there was a YouTuber that I used to watch a ton, and they're like, "Oh yeah, and if you like my content, you can check me out here on Twitch." And I was like, "Oh, what's this Twitch thing about?" This was like before YouTube had their YouTube gaming and their streaming stuff. And I was like, "Oh, this website seems pretty cool, and like you could just watch people like play games live, and you can interact with them. That's pretty
Mhm.
neat." And that's how I kind of got my start with Twitch. I didn't really know too many streamers back then. I would kind of just go into random categories for like games I would like, and I would just be like, okay, follow. Okay, I'll watch this. I'll watch that. And then some some of the first like streamers that I followed and watched were Trihex. So he does a lot of like the Super Mario series or games. Have you ever heard of him? Or he does like just chatting now, but that's what he used to do back then.
Nice.
And then I used to play Clash Royale a lot, like 2015, 2016. And that's kind of like where I got my start with Twitch. I found a streamer and they were like playing games too. And they were also playing with their community. They're like, yeah, if you like type your name in the chat, your username, then you can like play like a duel with me. And I'm like, oh, okay, this seems pretty dope. And then I started
is
getting to
cool.
know like a lot of people like in Clash Royale. And then like started branching out to other communities. And then here I am now.
Wow, from the Clash to the lack thereof podcast.
Yeah. Emily,
Huge.
one thing I did notice is you are in a lot of communities. It's like every time I'm in a chat, I always see you. You're either lurking or you're in chat. So how many communities would you say you're in?
Ooh, I don't know. I kind of like
I've
hop
noticed the
around
same thing about you too.
a lot of different streams and stuff. The Clash Royale streamer I used to watch, his name is Hyphonics, so I was in his community.
Oh,
And then
high five. So I tried to look at your Twitter from back in
Uh-huh.
when you first started. Tried to. It was hard. It was hard to get back
Nardwire
there.
over here.
Yeah. That far back. That you wished him like a happy birthday or something. That was like your first thing you posted. Unless you deleted all the racist stuff before that you had. But I was like, who is this guy? And I went to look, and like he was like, oh, just got banned off YouTube. But all he was doing was playing Clash Royale. You get
So-
banned for that?
He's kind of like gone through like a lot of like different games and like different things online. I think he started doing like mobile games like Clash Royale, then moved on to like RuneScape content, then IRL and just chatting things. And I think now he mostly does IRL, just chatting. He does like little pranks on Omegle or Omegle. If you guys
Oh,
have
yeah.
heard of that website.
Mhm.
But,
it's that guy.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen or like
I have. I was like, this guy
I
with a
have,
mustache.
yeah.
I know. Well, come on. First of all, you don't think I know? He's bald, right? That's his thing. I have seen him. I like him.
Is it? I thought they discontinued Omegle though. Did they bring that back?
I think they did, but I think there's like probably like a clone of it now.
Mm.
Yeah, I've wondered
And
that
then-
too. Because there's that guy Goose Wayne. Have you heard of Goose Wayne?
I don't
I don't think so, no.
Same stuff. He actually
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's the same guy. They collaborated together not that long ago. But I remember like his whole career was like on edge when they were canceling Omegle or whatever it was. He's like, I
Mhm.
don't know how I'm gonna do this anymore. But
Yeah.
something filled its place.
Mm. Did you guys see that there's a streamer going on right now? He's
Sleepy
been-
boy.
He's been going on for like 9 days with no sleep.
Yeah, I saw that. He's streaming on YouTube, right?
Is it YouTube?
Yeah, it's YouTube. Well, they got banned off YouTube. I think they shut it down. I think, and they moved to Kick. Is that true or no?
Well, I mean, if he goes to Kick, he's good. He's not gonna get in
Yeah,
trouble for
yeah,
Kick.
yeah.
but-
They let a lot of things go on there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty informed. All I did was read a headline. I saw that that YouTube shut down his stream, so they had to continue on Twitch. But I have not verified if that's true, or not Twitch, on Kick. But yeah, that's crazy. Would
What's the
ever
longest
do
you guys
something
think
like that?
Okay, so my first subathon, I went 3 days without sleep,
Oh
which
my.
was yeah. So I mean, you guys remember when I did that? Yeah, it was like 3 days no sleep. I was good, but I couldn't continue on after that. Like I was knocked out the whole day. Like I was supposed to join for SCP that next day, and I was out.
Mhm.
I had like multiple messages from Martine, like, "Where you at? Where you at?" I was like, "My bad."
It's understandable.
Yeah, but what about you guys? how long do you guys think you can like go without like sleep during a stream?
Emily,
During a stream?
I can barely go 6 hours streaming. So
Like, I can stay up. I don't have a problem staying up for long periods of time. The hardest part is that if you're just sitting and you're not really moving and all you're doing is just like staring at a screen or like talking.
Mhm.
The most I've done is like a 14-hour. I'm scared to do a 24-hour because I don't know if I will last or if I might take like a little mini nap in the middle of it.
Right.
So I think my limit is probably 24 hours. Caffeine, maybe I could do a little bit longer, 36, but yeah. I don't
what are
know how
your
that
thoughts
guy
on
on
that? Yeah. What
on
are your
YouTube
thoughts
is
on
doing
people
it.
streaming? What are your thoughts on people streaming and then they switch to the sleeping category?
Oh, well,
Is that cheating? I've never understood that.
I mean, if it's a category, I'd say no.
I guess it
Why?
depends how long your like stream is gonna be going on for. If it's like 24 hours, I feel like you could do that without sleeping. Anything past that, I feel like if you pause your timer and you like sleep a little bit or just start like after you like wake up or something,
Mhm.
it's not too bad because those streams can go on for a really, really long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? So you did a 14-hour stream? You said that was the longest you've went.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a 12-hour thing, but I got really into Fortnite at the end and I played for another like an hour or two, so it was like I think 14 at most.
Powered on, just like let's go.
Well,
Go team.
sometimes you just lose track of time and you just keep going. I mean, when you're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And Ronnie, so you went 3 days without sleeping? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Were you envisioning things? Were you
No,
scared?
I was good. I mean, I didn't really move much. I mean, I didn't go out or anything, so I was
Did
in
you
my
have
house.
like
I was fine.
any energy drinks or like caffeine or
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I had a Keurig, I had energy drinks, plenty of soda. I was good.
His blood was like 90% energy drink
Sugar.
caffeine. Yeah, sugar.
Nah, I was good
Well,
though.
no, it can't be sugar. Here comes
Oh
my,
yeah, not sugar.
here comes my weekly
I've
mention.
had my blood sugar drop on stream many times, and I've had to hide it from you guys without you guys knowing. Like I don't know if you guys would like notice. I'd be like, all right, I'll be right back, and I'll be gone for like 10 minutes. That's just me fixing my sugar.
Oh, Ronnie's just like passed out in this bed. He's like,
Just a quick power nap.
I'll like be on the kitchen on the floor like eating snacks.
Wow, is it really that intense? I've never.
It can be. It can be. Yeah.
I don't know enough about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's
So
you have to like. Oh, I got it. You're like Clark Kent, but
you get like a cold you get like a cold sweat, you're not hot or anything, but you're sweating, and then
Really?
your heart starts to beat. So I know when my heart beats that okay, it's time to eat something.
Wow. That sounds
But yeah.
actually. That sounds terrible.
No, it is. It is, but no, I find humor in it. I always find humor in it to get by. So, but yeah, I'll just be chilling on the floor eating, and then I'll come back to stream and be like, all right, I'm good to go.
The dedication.
he's on that grind.
Yeah, someone's got to do these Dead by Daylight. Someone's got to. I got to be the fourth.
Yeah, like I always think maybe I should have put on like a YouTube video or something, but I just leave it on like a menu screen or something like that and just play music.
Yeah, that's
But,
cool. Well, I don't think the guy that's been up for however many days has that problem because I think he's just been not eating or anything. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he has a friend standing him up.
Well, and people are saying that friend's going to go to jail. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, because he's like
encouraging it,
aggressively keeping him awake. He's like aggressively keeping him awake, like pouring water bottle on his head.
Oh my.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Like, if you like give consent beforehand, be like, yeah, do anything you have to do to keep me up, man. Or like, I've seen clips of that guy. He's like sitting there, like wobbling. Or not sitting there, standing there wobbling. And I'm like, oh my god, it looks like he's literally gonna pass out. I'm like, they should probably call it. He doesn't look too good.
It's like the one time you want someone to get swatted.
The only time swatting might be good.
Yeah. This is like, no, we're serious. He's awake. He's just awake. Just go.
Actually, I have going back to the sleeping category. I have a channel redemption thing for doing a sleeping stream. So if people save up enough channel points, I will sleep on stream.
How many points is it? I'm wondering if I'm close. unless
can
it's
look it up.
astronomical.
I can look it up actually.
You know, I didn't look at your redeemables on there, Emily. What do you have? Is there anything that?
Oh,
is
hers are fun.
See my deep dive I failed. That's the one thing I missed out on.
Ooh, I don't have too many redemption stuff on mine. I could take a look at it right now. I think most of them are just kind of like sounds, drinking water. You can
Right.
mute me on my stream for
Has anyone
5
ever done
minutes.
those? I see those a lot for other streamers and stuff.
Most people
Does anyone-
don't. I've only had
Yeah,
one person do it, and it was Tim.
You
And then I
abide
just
by the
sat there.
rules?
Yeah, I abided by the rules. I was like, okay, 5 minutes.
It's
Yeah.
starting now. I feel like that's kind of a relief, isn't it? Unless it's someone does it at a very inopportune time, like maybe you get raided or something.
Oh yeah, I feel like
That
he
would suck.
timed it really well because I was in the middle of telling a story, and then like I had to mute myself, and then once I unmuted myself, I was like, I forgot what I was saying. I was like, oh whatever, I'll probably remember later.
Did you end up remembering?
No.
I haven't met him yet officially. He seems like a rascal. He seems like a nice little rascal.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy.
He's a good time.
Yeah. That's funny though. But yeah, Ronnie, you have one that's like end your stream, right? Or change. You guys have things that like change your stream title and all that.
So my sleep stream one is 300,000. I should probably raise that a little bit because I'm pretty sure people are close to that. So I probably got to change that. End stream is 1 million, and then shave my beard is 2 million.
Oh yeah, don't. You should just take that one off. I remember.
I mean, I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna get 2 million, so I think I'll be okay.
Well,
Yeah,
after
I
I
don't
heard that Decky spent $1 million to play Fortnite with,
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be possible, Ronnie.
I think he probably saved up his points for probably maybe 4 or 5 years. I've done the math on it one time, just like to calculate like how long it would take to get like 1 million channel points,
Mhm.
and it's a lot less if you're not subbed, but if you are subbed, and depending on how much like time you stream, you could probably get it within maybe a year or two, depending on
Oh, really?
how often you stream.
That's how fast the sub works. That's crazy.
Yeah, it depends on like how long you stream, the different sub tiers. The sub tiers used to be better, like the multiplication on it, but then they lowered it. So I'm like, oh, it's gonna take even longer now. And I'm like, you know what? That's probably fine for some of these redemptions.
I get the impression that you're pretty savvy with like Discord, Twitch, and all these things. Because I was listening to the other podcast that you were on. You probably have heard of it. What do
You know how
mean
many
by
people
that
she mods
podcast?
for?
Yeah. You seem like you have a lot of information, like with technology. When I popped in earlier for like a second, you guys were talking about microphones. Is
Mhm.
it hard to stay on top of all of this information? Like you guys were talking about chairs. You knew names of brands of chairs.
Like,
I didn't know that was possible.
I feel like my knowledge on it is very like broad and very basic. I know a lot of people who get very into like the nitty-gritty and the details of like different like softwares or different equipments that they use for streaming and stuff like that. I just know like the basics because I just hear terms from other people or
You
like
just like
watch a video or
you're like a
something.
sponge. You retain it.
Yeah, I'm like a sponge.
Yeah.
Like I retain some of it, but then not all of it, and then like yeah.
So did you go through like a lot for when you were setting up your computer, or did you just do like a bare bones type of thing?
My first setup, it was pretty bare bones. I didn't even have a cam yet. I literally just like downloaded OBS, watch a few YouTube videos on like how to start a stream and stuff like that. The internet's great. Like you can find a ton of information.
YouTube
Just on, like-
University.
Yep, YouTube University and just on how to like start streaming different equipment and stuff like that. And then slowly over time, I started like trying other stuff. Like I got like a second monitor, a third monitor. Upgraded my
You
mic.
rocking 3? You got the
Yeah,
three
I didn't know you had
monitors,
3 of them.
huh? Dang,
Wow.
It's very
that's a-
helpful when
that's a
you
flex.
stream if you have 3 monitors, like
All right, so
one
so
for
let me
reading
guess.
chat
Yeah.
and
So
gaming
all right.
and stuff.
So you got one for gaming, one for OBS, and then probably one for Discord. I'm assuming.
Yeah, Discord and chat. Mhm.
Gotcha.
That's good.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's just one thing I noticed has how I felt like every time someone had a conversation about tech gear or equipment, you were like, "Oh, I know what you're talking about." You seem to be right along with them. Um, well, I don't know anything about it, so
I go to YouTube all the time for stuff too. Like I'm actually using YouTube to help me with my DJ streams. Like I'm like, all right, how's this guy doing his? How's this person doing theirs? So it's becoming helpful.
What's our estimation of time until we get one of those?
I gotta buy a few things. Probably
Because the DJ simulator streams are rocking.
That
I
game
think I
is
saw
so
a little
much.
bit of that. Yeah.
That game is so much fun.
No matter what, Ronnie does not let his enthusiasm go down. For a solid 4 hours, he's doing this.
Oh yeah, I'm. That game's fun.
Not tired at all.
Yeah,
that game's so much fun. Because you gotta act with that game. I feel like you do have to have like a little bit of knowledge in like mixing and like transitions and everything. So I think it's funny. Like every time I notice I mess up a transition, I do notice like people in the crowd getting mad and then they'll leave. I'm like, all right, well that's some lost money. But no, that game's a lot of fun.
Games are actually, some of them are very accurate, right? So if you do that enough simulation, do you think that you could? Well, you already do DJ, but maybe for one of us non-DJers, do you think it would translate to the real booth or the real? What's the cool hip name for that?
I can see you guys turning into DJs. I think that'll be cool. I can actually see Emily just having some like random like set of turntables and just doing a music stream one day. I could see that. That would be fun.
DJ Emilyee.
DJ Emilyee is secretly just my Spotify playlist, but don't tell anyone.
Yeah, they're actually, because none of the songs in that are like real songs, right? In the simulator, they're like made.
At least not that I know of. I've never heard them. So, but yeah,
you'd be playing.
I haven't been copyrighted yet, so I'm pretty good. But no, I know it uses AI because I was actually able to like import my like logo and everything. So I have like people wearing my merch in the game. It's funny.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, like my real life merch is in the game.
I'm gonna give up streaming and pursue my career on DJ
Simulator.
They're going crazy for me on there.
I think I got 5 hours in it so far, and it just came out like the other day. So
Okay.
It looks cool.
Yeah. But yeah, watching like all the like different videos and stuff, it's definitely motivating me more to do it now that the DJ's category is out. I'm definitely more motivated to definitely get it going. And I was waiting for the category to come out. I was gonna wait for the program anyway so I could join it. But once they were like, "Nah, you gotta like make a separate account and everything," I was like, "Nah, I'll just do my own thing, and if I get in trouble for it, I'm going to the music category."
So DJing is Mr. Ronald's passion over here. If Twitch wasn't your thing, and I know that you study, I think was it microbiology is what I've read, and a few other things, or pathology you were going into.
I think
is that a passion for you?
Kind of, sort of. I was a microbiome major, and I just switched to molecular and cellular biology. It's pretty much like the same thing, just like a few different classes and stuff. So I would say that's one of my passions. Science is something that I love. I love learning about new things and like the study of life and little organisms and everything like that. Sometimes I will like nerd out and just like read different articles about probably like climate change and things like that, and then I'll be like,
Cool.
You know what, actually, did you guys know that?
Oh, yeah. What you just did right there is ruining the sea. You just killed a dolphin, buddy.
Yeah, did you know that your straw is actually killing the sea? No, I'm just kidding. But,
that's actually a good point. So do you have a strong stance on the straw thing? You know, that's like a common thing people point to. These straws are... Because if you've used the straws that aren't the regular ones, they are terrible.
Oh yeah, the paper straws. I feel like when they first
turn into trash.
Mush.
Yeah.
I feel like over the years they've like come like up with like better ones, like ones that are more like compostable or biodegradable. So they're not like paper straws where they turn to mush, but like they're like these weird like disposable or compostable like plastic ones that kind of like crack if you like push it too hard and stuff like that. So
I've witnessed them. I think
they're
there's some
okay.
that are better than other. Yeah, but that's really cool that you're into. So you sound right now. You sound very brilliant to me.
Oh, thank you.
Because I don't know much about scientific things. So, what kind of job does that career field land you into, or like that study lead you into?
I feel like since biology is such like a broad field, you can go into many things. You can go into public health, and you can work with stuff like I guess community outreach, like fixing issues such as like I don't know stuff with COVID, infectious diseases, like
We could
any
have used
disease
you.
really.
Could have used you a few years ago.
If I graduated a few years earlier,
Yeah.
there's that. You could do research. You can do medicine. You can get
So
into
it's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. That's cool.
Mhm,
Is
a
there
ton of
something
stuff.
that you specifically are hoping for, or is that you just hope to land just somewhere in the field?
Honestly, I would be really like glad if I just landed anywhere in a field.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
my kind of like direction in career with biology has kind of shifted. I've wanted to become a nurse when I was younger, and then I realized that I don't like patient care, and I'm scared of messing up and like talking to people. And then I switched over to doing lab stuff. But then I thought, oh, I don't want to be in a lab all day. And then so now my concentration is public health. So just
Very
kind of like,
cool.
yeah, infectious diseases and stuff like that, which is really cool.
That is cool. Could you describe what lab stuff is? I've heard that mentioned a few times, not even just from you, just in general. I always hear like in the lab. Do you
I
guys
guess
like
like
dissecting frogs? What's going on?
so some of the lab stuff that I've done is like take DNA and just kind of like um recombine it in a different way to see like what like a gene sequence is. So like the A's and the T's and the G's and the C's,
Oh,
or seeing how much like how many cells are in like a certain sample and stuff like that. So you just kind of like break things down and build things back up. I
that's
guess like
cool.
the most simplest way I could like describe it.
No, that's awesome. And Ronnie, you want to be a DJ, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I just feel so inferior right now.
Oh no.
I'm just joking.
What's like the craziest thing you've like ever dissected?
Or
Craziest thing I've ever
do you
dissected?
dissect often?
Yeah, that's another thing I should ask.
No, I'm just
Not
wondering if that's all the same field or not.
not too often, cause like getting animal parts is kind of expensive. I think the craziest thing I've ever done was probably like a cow heart or a cow eye. Yeah, a cow heart or a cow eye.
Cow eye.
I've done some worms, some earthworms, and then you would like take some pins and like kind of describe like what part this is, what part that is. It's very hard. Like I've accidentally cut a worm like in half too
These all
many times, and I have
sounds
to
a
get a
little
new
ri-
worm.
Oh.
sounds a little ritualistic. I'm a little hopefully you guys discard of these things properly when you're done.
Oh
You're
yeah,
not-
we just throw them in the autoclave and they just cook up and burn.
Okay, good. No accidental summons of creatures or, evil spirits. That's good.
Yeah, we get some like mutated creatures around.
Oh my, that would be terrifying.
Yeah, we're gonna be on the lookout for the area that you work when you get there. Make sure you're gonna be our
Something crawling
informant.
out the sink.
Yeah. Do you think that if you were involved, like, just say COVID, or say it was COVID times, or something else came out, would you be honest if you accidentally created a disease?
A super disease.
Do you think that you'd be the one? Would you be a whistleblower?
Would I be a whistleblower?
I think these are things you got to be prepared for if you're going into that field.
That is true. I feel like before I could even open up my computer and type something, a car would magically appear out of nowhere and,
Yeah. No matter where you're at, you'll just get hit by a car.
You'll
No
take me
matter
out
where.
before I can speak. No, just kidding. Of course.
Yeah. So morally, you have good intent. That's good. Just in case we don't want no evil scientists coming out of whatever you're studying.
You're gonna be like Phineas and Ferb, that doctor.
Yeah. What you guys don't see on the other side of this screen or this camera is my evil lab setup.
You got like a whole Dexter's Lab going on.
I'm Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah. So you did move for school. You lived in Northern California and now you live in Los Angeles. Is there anything you miss about Northern California at all? Or I know you get back every once in a while. You do get back home every once in a while.
I do go back like every couple of months, but honestly, the way how things are turning up in the Northern California is kind of crazy. I think when I first moved, like I literally just missed it, but I think the week after is when Northern California started getting really, really bad flooding. I don't know if you've seen
Ooh.
like videos on like Twitter or online where basically the streets of San Francisco were super duper flooded and people were basically just on like little rowboats.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Going
that
through the
was like
street.
I thought that was like a reward for them, given all the fires and stuff. So I didn't know.
I was like, oh, yeah, you need help with those fires? Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah,
Here's
yeah.
a ton of water.
Yeah, every time I hear about California, it's always one or the other. Something terrible happening with fires, something terrible happening with rain. And then the other ones, you guys are falling in the ocean. So
A lot of things.
yeah.
And then
But-
yeah, so I just missed all like the flooding and stuff, but then too many break-ins, a lot of crazy crimes out there. So it's
Yeah.
like kind of miss it, kind of don't, but it's kind of like similar stuff out here too. So it's nothing
Wait,
really too
so
crazy.
North California has equal amount of like break-ins and stuff?
Depending on the area, I would say more like urban or city areas,
Yeah.
specifically like San Francisco area. Quite a bit. Don't leave anything in your car at all.
So, what do you like about Los Angeles since you've been living there?
What I like about LA, I think what I like about LA is that it has a pretty neat nightlife. Things are open way, way late. I
Right.
didn't notice how early things close up until I came back home. And I was like, oh, okay, I kind of want to grab some food. And it was like 7 or 8 o'clock.
Did
And
not.
things were closed by like 6 p.m. And I was like, it's
How
like,
did
it's
they do
dinner
this?
time. Are you guys like not open? I was like, oh, okay. I'm like so used to things out here opening or staying open until like 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. at the
Yeah.
latest.
Yeah.
I'll notice on stream like you're talking about like ordering food, and I'll look at my time and be like, it's like 5 a.m. for me. How are you able to order food right now? Like, what?
Yeah. So you know it's real bad if it's like an area that doesn't have things open when it's like all the DoorDash deliveries are like from the gas station. It's like, do you want the 7-Eleven Twister things? The
the
buffalo chicken things?
taquitos.
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah. At that point, I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's not time to eat. Maybe it's time to sleep.
Oh, you don't go through with it. You don't cook anything. You just go to bed.
Yeah, I would just be like, you know what? I could just make something in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good call. Every time I sleep with food in my tummy, I wake up exhausted. So
I usually wake up like super late because I ate.
yeah. Well, that's a good luxury to have. So LA has food open at any time of the day. Is
Pretty
there any
much.
cool like restaurants that are like ghost kitchens there that are themed? Because here we have one that I saw the other day. It was like some rapper. What's his name? There's someone that makes these munchie bowls. It was like Wiz Khalifa's munchie bowls.
Oh, okay.
Do they have anything cool like that? I feel like you guys are around all the stars.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Is there like Brad Pitt's lasagna? Or is there like is that a thing?
I'm trying to think of like a celebrity in particular. I know that I
Kevin
think
Hart has one, doesn't he?
Who?
I think Kevin Hart has one out there.
I don't know about the one for Kevin Hart. I'm thinking of which one. Well, I know there's like the Mr. Beast like burger stuff, but I feel like they have that in like a lot of places or like a lot of
Yeah, I can get that
towns.
here. I've actually DoorDashed Mr. Beast before.
Yeah, they're not bad.
that
So those
still
are
No,
pretty
they're not.
good.
Oh, I thought that they stopped that. That's still going?
They did stop it. I think. Well,
Oh.
they stopped it over here. I don't know if they stopped it
Yeah,
over
I
there.
never tried
Yeah.
it. I wanted to.
I haven't had it in a while.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg has like a burger thing. Is it Shake
Wal-
Shack or is it something else? Or
Wahlburgers.
Wahlburger?
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
I've heard
So-
of it. Yeah.
I've been to a few locations. I've been to the original one in Massachusetts, and there's one in Philly. I wanted to go to the one in Vegas, but I haven't made it out there yet.
Yeah.
But it
Pretty
is good.
good.
I recommend Wahlburgers for sure. They have really good sauce.
Every burger have any of his DNA in it that you could study, or
Just like break down the patty a little bit,
yeah.
make another clone.
The sauce
Of
is really
him.
good there. Yeah.
That's cool.
Hmm.
But so LA. So would you say, do you feel more now that LA is more of a home for you, or back in your stomping grounds?
Ooh, I don't know, cause I feel like whenever I'm like, cause I used to go back and forth, like visit LA every month back when I used to live in NorCal,
Hmm.
and I feel like I would say like both are kind of like a home for me. Like when I'm away from SoCal for too long, I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of miss the warmer weather, the nightlife, all the entertainment, all the concerts that happen around there. There's always some type of music event going on, like
Oh
every
yeah,
weekend. I
you're
feel
always at
like,
concerts. I'm jealous.
yeah. Oh my god, they get expensive,
Yeah.
but they're really fun. I enjoy them. And then when I'm down here, I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of miss like the slowness and the easiness, the easy feeling of the Bay Area, the nice weather, and yeah, I say both are like my homes.
Mm.
Yeah. So right now you're not in LA right now. You're in North.
Currently I'm in Southern California right now, so LA. But I'll
Okay.
be visiting home soon in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have to like take your stream setup with you, or do you just make a decision not to stream?
I just make a decision like not to stream. I will just like if I do like a little stream, maybe I'll do like an IRL stream off my phone while I'm
Right.
like out and about. But
I like your
yeah,
IRL streams. They're just like you don't tell anybody about them or nothing. You just randomly
they're
do them. Like,
really
oh, cool,
random.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you,
You
thank
do you
you.
do a lot of
Mhm.
secret stream.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before. Yeah.
One day it won't be a secret.
You got to be in our Discord to know.
Yeah. Which I wanted to talk to you about that, about a few things. So one, I was
Okay.
trying to figure out more information on you. I don't understand Instagram at all. I I have no idea. But I went there and I saw a picture of you, Ronnie, and everybody all together. Uh, what was that event? Was that a TwitchCon event?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so
that was TwitchCon. Yeah.
I think I saw that earlier. So
Well,
this
I tapped on it because on Facebook, when you tap on things, you zoom in. I was trying to get a good look at the people, but instead
Mhm.
it made me like it.
You have to like hold on to it and squeeze like
Yeah, they got
widen
me
it
good.
to be able to get it.
And it's not that I didn't like it. I just didn't want you to know that I was going through everything.
No worries, no worries.
I'm pretty sure she already knew that you were like a Nardwire to this stuff. So
I'm not. I want to be. You were hard to find stuff for. I mean, because Emilyee. I mean, come on. You know, no last names. No, it's just an extra e. Two
Yeah,
extra e's.
two
It's not.
E's.
Yeah, two e's. It's hard to find on you.
I've
Uh,
I think I've like realized that like if you're on Twitch and if you use your full name or anything like similar to your name and you have stuff like that can trace back to you, it's really easy for someone to find that. So I've taken
absolutely.
some time to like,
scrub
separate my
yourself.
like myself from like my streaming self, and I feel like I've done a decent job on it. No one has found where I lived yet, so we're going good.
Yeah.
That's why I
No,
don't tell
I
people
tried.
my actual name. Like yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Don't mind. See,
DJ.
why would you? See, you just teased that right now.
people
So
know
anybody,
people know that Ronnie's not my actual
it's
first
so easy
name,
to
but it's
find
what
your
I
name though. It's so
no
easy. Talk
no
about
it's not.
you talk.
If you
No,
know
it is.
if you know my last name, yes.
Okay, what's your Twitter handle?
It's DJDubC.
Okay, but somewhere on your stream it has your full name. I know. I've seen it.
It used to be.
Yeah,
I
I've
changed
seen it.
it.
I know. I'm
I've
like,
changed it.
all my stuff's out there.
I've
If you
changed
even
it.
just do a quick, you see all my everything I've ever tried. It's nothing bad though, so that's why I'm confident.
Well, I
Mhm.
mean, if you kind of I know you were trying like doing comedy. I mean, you kind of got to go by your full name for comedy.
Yeah, I've got like 8 different accounts, all like Brandon Fleming comedy.
Mhm.
Like, and I forget passwords, and let's make a new one. Have you? So have you? Has there been other projects? I feel like I've asked that. I forgot to ask this. Have you started any other projects that outside of Twitch that are also in the same genre of like, I guess, would you say entertainment or like YouTube channels or anything like that?
I have thought about it. I have been like going through this thing where like I've been thinking about making a TikTok, like an actual TikTok account and posting like shorts or like yeah, like short form content, but
More than just reposts.
more than more than
Because
just
I
reposts.
tried to find some.
And I was like, I don't know how you do it, Ronnie. You do a really good job of like posting short form content or even long
Thank
form
you.
content on your like YouTube and TikTok. I
Thank
just don't
you.
know how to do it. I just don't like
So-
clip anything. I don't like save any of my VODs. So I feel
well,
like
that's the thing. So if you do go to your clips page on through like the channel, whatever it is, however you edit your streaming, you look at your clips. I forget what it's called, but they have a selection where you can landscape it to where it looks in TikTok form, and then you could
Oh, okay.
transfer it to YouTube and TikTok.
That seems pretty cool. I always thought that everyone who was like posting like these, I thought they took like all this time like editing everything, and
I
I
used
always
to.
hear that everything was
So
like
I
super
just
long.
learned
I
out
used
what
to.
he's doing, so I'm going to stop doing what you're talking about because I have been downloading them. and trying to do that.
I used to do it like the hard way until Twitch finally made it easier, and I was actually looking at like third-party websites to be able to edit them around. But yeah, Twitch has made it a lot easier.
So in other words, he doesn't spend a lot of time on it. He just
I used to.
pumps them out.
It depends on how I want it to look too, though. Like, say if I have like, because I've had ones where I've wanted to add like multiple people to it and add like their cams to it and everything. That takes a lot more work. So
Yeah.
I just haven't posted any.
I've had to use Premiere Pro before, and I've had to go to YouTube University, and and I find so many different videos. Most of them are wrong, but one is usually right or updated.
Right.
And I have to like format like the aspect ratio and all that, and it took me like 5 hours to make a 20-second TikTok. So, but we're good now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that I know that, maybe I'll start posting more short form content. That sounds pretty dope.
You
go ahead.
you never publish your VODs. Is there a reason? Is it because of like music and all that, or?
Half the reason is music, the other half is I am afraid of like something that I say will be taken out of context or something like looks wrong or weird, so I just like don't publish them.
Oh, that's
I
every
used to
streamer's fear,
before,
though.
but I think it's just like a confidence thing. It's like, you know what? Maybe one day I will keep my VOD in and just not look at it.
Gotcha.
Surprised we agreed to do this. Yeah, this is going to be on the record. This is recorded.
It's gonna be on the internet forever.
Yeah, maybe.
But okay, so we were talking about trips earlier. Like what kind of trips do you have coming up? And like, what are you excited for?
Besides my little like trip back home to see family, I am most excited for TwitchCon. I think that's like the big trip of the year for me, and I think a lot of people in the TwitchCon or Twitch community.
Of course. So are
That's
you
September, right? September?
September, yeah.
I'm remembering.
So
have you ever been to TwitchCon, Flem?
No, I have not. Only vicariously through Ronnie. When he
Do the vlogs.
Yeah.
The great vlogs.
We'll get him in there one day. I was actually thinking, Emily, me and you need to set up like a birthday trip one day. Like it doesn't have to be on our birthday, but we just need to plan like a birthday trip. Maybe we can do it in like
birthday like celebration type of thing.
Yeah,
Little party.
Yeah, we have the same birthday.
You should have led with this. That's cool.
It's my birthday, buddy.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So you were born in the year 2000, Ronnie?
Yeah.
That's not how birthdays work. I don't even know why I tried to I'm sorry, it's stupid.
No, you're all good. Yeah. You know, Ronnie and I go way back to the 2000s.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I was thinking we could do something like maybe like out there, or maybe even go to Texas, get Flem out there. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean Tim's in Texas too. We could.
Yeah, exactly.
Get some good old barbecue.
He's Houston or Dallas?
I think around Houston-ish.
Houston. It's like 3 hours away from me.
Oh, okay. Are you like around Dallas-ish?
I'm in San Antonio area, so it's like center. It's like Austin, San Antonio. Yeah, we're like center. Either Dallas or Houston's like 3 or 4 hours.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So you can kind of like do like a little day trip or a little weekend trip and go to either one.
I'd like to say we do it. We do nothing. So someday we hope to, but with having children. So if you guys ever do visit, you guys are going to feel very family oriented.
That's okay.
Yeah.
All good with me. I used to babysit a lot when I was like 17, 18, so I would say I'm
Yeah, I have a
decent with
nephew, so.
kids.
I knew that you babysitted, and I also know that you've worked at McDonald's, and I do want to know about McDonald's. I've always been. It's like a dream of mine.
Where did you find this? How did you know?
I have a weird bucket list of like odd jobs that I just want to try. McDonald's is on there. Is it terrible?
I only worked there for like less than a week. So this was back when I was in high school, and I just was like, oh yeah, I can like get like a summer job, get some money. I started working like towards the end of my like sophomore or junior year, and it was not fun. I don't know if that's just like the fast food experience in general or retail, or maybe I just worked at a really crappy McDonald's. I think it's a combination of all of those. But yeah, like I didn't have much training. They kind of just threw me in there, and I was working the cash register. I was like, I don't even know how this thing works, but we'll go with it. And they briefly taught me through it during like rush hour.
Probably the most important thing. I have no idea how this money works.
So like while they're like checking someone out, they're like, yeah, you just do this, this, and this, and this, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
like
sure,
like this will work perfectly. And I had the best customer ever. Like this guy came in, he ordered a fish fillet and added every substitution that you could think of, and I'm like, I totally know how to do that.
No fish.
Yeah, he was basically like, I want the fish fillet bun, but I want 2 regular patties on it, no fish. And I was like, okay. And then the thing that stuck with me the most was that he wanted the tartar sauce without the pickles in it. And I'm like,
oh, do you have to strain it?
Yeah, I'm like, are you like, do you just strain it? I'm like this isn't even on here.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, and I'm like, you just want mayonnaise? And then like I put in tartar sauce, and there was like no note that you could say, take the pickles out, like the tartar sauce or whatever. And then so he gets his sandwich, and he comes to me, and he's screaming at me. He's like, hello, does anyone work here? And I'm like, oh yeah, is there anything wrong with your order? He's like, I asked for the tartar sauce without pickles, and there's pickles in this. And I'm like, I don't know. We don't remove the pickles out the tartar sauce. And this guy was furious, and he was like, let me speak to your manager. And I'm like, it's gonna be one of those days. And it's like my first day here. And like she's right behind me, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry that she messed up your order. And I'm like, the audacity. Yeah. I'm like, first of all, the kitchen made this. I didn't. She's throwing me under the bus. I don't even think that's a request that you can do at a McDonald's. I'd be very surprised if they did. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah,
I don't think I'm cut out for this.
Why can I see that being a TikTok clip?
My McDonald's experience.
Yeah.
It's like super reminiscent of that SpongeBob episode. I don't know if you're familiar, but the Bubble Bass dude, he wants pickles on his sandwich.
In every sandwich, there's no pickles, and it's all under his tongue.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Maybe you did a reverse SpongeBob.
He's hiding his own tartar sauce. He's putting pickles on it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that was my experience. I think I quit after. Yeah, that was my first day. I quit soon after that. I was like, you know what? I can't do this. And for some reason, like, so labor laws for, I think, teens is that you're not allowed to work them more than 20 hours a week. And I think it's also that you can't work them a certain amount of hours on the school day. But they did everything that they weren't supposed to do.
Yeah, that's.
And then I was like,
I think I've heard that stuff before. Yeah,
sounds like Delaware.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, like you could like clock out right now. I was like, oh, but my shift ends at like 8. They're like, oh no, it's okay. You just clock out right now. I'm like, are you sure I'm still working though? And they're like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm like, okay, this sounds really shady.
Don't forget your free meal.
They're like, oh yeah, you want some like fries? I'm like, This doesn't make it any better. But I'll take the fries. I was like, you know what?
You're like, you just accepted what you could get. I mean, I'll eat the fries, but I'm not gonna be happy.
I'm gonna take these fries. I'm not gonna be happy about it. And I was like, you know what? Maybe this place isn't for me. And I didn't even put in my 2 weeks. I was just like, I quit. I'm sorry.
Oh, nice. Did you do like a big rant on your day out, like when you quit, or you just didn't show up one day?
I basically just called in and was like, yeah, I'm not gonna show up for my shift. And then they're like, okay.
Or the next one, or the next one.
Yeah, pretty much. And they were like, kind of like, oh, we're sorry about what happened. Like, you could come back. Just let us know. We could work with your schedule. And I was like, at that point, I was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore.
We'll separate the pickles from the tartar sauce. We'll do it.
We'll put you over the bus, not under it. And I was like, returned my uniform. I took my paycheck, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get some Burger King. I'm just kidding. Didn't get Burger King after.
That'd be a crazy arc if you went and worked at Burger King right after. Show them.
Yeah, that would show them.
Yeah.
Are they like right next to each other?
They were
Or, like,
kind of close.
Are they? I think over here in Delaware they have them like right next to each other.
I'm trying to verify if Ronnie's lying or not real quick. Hold on.
No.
Not in Smyrna.
Not in Smyrna, but like over in like the Dover's area.
Yeah.
They're pretty close.
I haven't been there in a while, so I'm not really a good judge. I'm just messing with you.
He has Google Maps in his head. He's like thinking, actually.
Well, like my brain
far.
of where we grew up is still like where it was when I was there, which was a
Oh,
very
dude,
long time
dude,
ago.
they got a Starbucks there now. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, they got Starbucks there.
Yeah, I think I've heard, because I remember McDonald's was nearby a Dunkin' Donuts
Mm-hmm.
in Smyrna. And
So you know where the McDonald's is by the Acme, right?
Yeah, Emily, do you know?
Oh yeah, it's like right around the corner.
Yeah.
I know in relation, like there's a Goodwill, I think, and then behind that,
Yeah, so there's a Burger King and a Hardee's like right by
fast
the Wawa.
food heaven over there.
Right at the Wawa. Yeah, it's pretty much all fast food.
Yeah.
Do they have the Arby's there too?
No, I have to go out of town for that one. It sucks.
I know what Arby's you're talking about. That's far away.
Yeah. I just DoorDash it.
Kind of a drive. It's funny. I mean, I had such a good question 1 minute ago, but Ronnie just kept making me think about food again.
I am so sorry.
Oh man, I'll get back to it. It was something to do with what we were talking about. Oh, did you ever meet Ronald McDonald?
Like the little statue of him?
Yeah,
No,
did you take
sadly I
pictures of him,
didn't.
or- No, that's a bummer. That'd have been I would have demanded to see him on the first day who I'm working for.
I would like to speak to your manager, Ronald McDonald.
I remember
about
when
that?
McDonald's used to have like they used to have like playgrounds and stuff. Do they still have those like playgrounds on McDonald's? Do they?
My kids love them. Yeah,
Really?
They're not as cool as they once were. Like, you remember when you went in and they had like video games in there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like where my gaming, I guess, technically would have started. You did flash games. I was, in a shady McDonald's while my mom was, like watched from a booth. Remember Walmart and stuff when you'd have to look up and play games? Did you ever have that?
Oh my god, yes, I remember
Yep.
that. And like
You'd have
You'd
to
be,
go
like,
to the
kinda, like,
doctor or a
chained or-
chiropractor. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun times. But yeah, they still have. I don't know how I got there. Sorry, but they still have plenty of playgrounds. They just all suck and they're very
Okay.
dirty.
yeah, they don't have like the ball pits anymore, right? At McDonald's or like all of them.
I haven't seen.
I
one,
I
no.
never see any anymore.
I remember when they took that out, and I was so sad.
Yeah.
As a 5-year-old child without the little ball pits. I feel like a lot of stuff got lost in there. And they're kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
gross. It smells really
Some-
weird.
Some lives, I think, even. It's terrifying. We used to
Hmm.
steal the balls from the ball pit and give them to our dog. We'd throw it around like a toy. Maybe we're the reason they stopped.
Oh, yeah, someone keeps taking all our balls. We
Yeah.
have to keep ordering more. I don't know how this is happening.
So you're 2000. So the last ball pit that I remember was actually inside of a movie store. Did you grow up having movie stores?
I remember
Like they're going
having.
rent? They had it, Ronnie. I promise. Video Scene.
Around us?
Yep, Video Scene had it. Do you remember Video Scene?
Yeah.
Before Movie Gallery. And
Yeah.
I guess it's nothing now. I don't know what it is, but
That's not anymore.
yeah, there was a video. See, they had a ball pit in there a long time ago.
I don't think I've ever seen like a ball pit in one, but I remember having a Blockbuster in my town, and then we have like a few local ones that are still there to date, which is actually pretty nice. But
Oh, really? They still have actual, like, you go and rent a movie kind of thing?
yeah, like they have a whole selection. It's like huge. Like there's like a ton of movies there. I used to like watch some with my cousin. Like we would rent like a DVD and we would watch it at our place. But yeah, they're not that common anymore. I feel like everyone's just on whatever Netflix and streaming service now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had fond memories of like going to Blockbuster, and I think I rented out, or my family rented out, was Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2 or Part 1, something like that.
I was like, what, 2011, 2010?
So like yeah, like 2010-ish, around that time. And I think like right after that, like they closed Blockbuster or something.
Yeah.
Mm.
I always think about that. People always say with kids, they're like, do you remember the last time you held your kid? You know, because they get older. But I was like, what? Remember the last movie you ever rented? So yours was Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours was probably. I think we never rented movies. We always rented games every week. Like it was always stare at the wall of games for like a half hour, pick something, beat it in like a day, and because you can like rent a game for like a 2 days for like $5 or something like that. It was always a really good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was X-Men 2.
X-Men 2.
Yeah.
VHS.
Yeah. Wait, no, that was DVD. No, VHS.
Well,
I
because
would
I
say.
think I have. It's. I mean, I think we've talked about it before, but I have a story about that movie where I got beat up at the movie gallery with X-Men 2 tapes.
What?
They beat you with a tape?
Yeah, like several. Hugh Jackman's face was all over my body. Like,
Oh my god.
That's very vivid memory.
I don't remember VHS.
I remember because it was significantly harder than the DVD.
Wow.
It hurt a lot more.
No, I don't remember the last VHS tape I rented though. But yeah, they used to have those movie stores right around us when we were growing up. Yeah, I remember. I remember what it looked like. I remember the store. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we had a Blockbuster though. I've always heard of Blockbusters. I don't know if I'd ever went to a Blockbuster.
They were up north. They were like in the northern area.
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
So do you have so other than Harry Potter being one of your last favorite movies, so I got the impression as well through some of the things I've heard you say, you know a lot about movies. You seem up to date in like pop culture. Would you say that's accurate?
Kind of, sort of. I'm kind of like chronically online, I guess you would say. So like, I'm on TikTok a lot or like other social media platforms, and I kind of just like see whatever like news or like trending line there is, and I'll be like, oh, okay. And I just like soak it up like a sponge.
Yeah.
Little fun fact. And I just like blurt it out, and that's
any
it.
movie that stands out to you that you would consider a favorite?
Like
Just in general. It doesn't have to be
ones?
like it doesn't have
Nothing
to be
recent. I guess.
Was it Borderlands that just came out?
I haven't seen Borderlands yet. I think
I've heard you don't want to.
That's what I hear.
I don't know. I feel like it would probably be a good movie, but I also heard that was like rated like PG-13, so I feel like some of like the stuff that's like probably in the games probably won't appear in the movies, or it might be like a really watered down version of it. So we'll see. We'll see how that is. But oh my gosh, I don't know if I could like pick a favorite movie, like, or maybe a franchise. Let's see.
Would it be easier to pick a genre, like if I said horror movie or
I do like
movie?
horror movies. I get scared very easily, but I do enjoy horror movies.
Yeah.
I think my favorite franchise is probably like the Halloween series.
Oh.
Nice.
Like the newer ones or the older ones? Or all of them?
I feel like there's so many.
Just, there is a right and a wrong answer. I will tell you this.
There's so many Halloween movies. Like sometimes like some of them will count like the very first Halloween, and then we'll like the most recent series builds off like only the first movie, and I think part of the second movie and it ignores like the rest of the series, like all the other movies before that.
Yeah.
I would have to say the original, like first. Well, I feel like the third one doesn't really count because it was kind of like a something else, something different. But
Yeah.
the first like 3-4 movies were pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, the third one's the one that's like a completely different story, right? It's like something to do with witches.
Yeah, it was kind of kooky. I don't know. That one kind of
Yeah,
freaked me out a little bit.
Watched that one. It was good on its own. I feel like it shouldn't have had like the Halloween title.
Mhm.
Right.
But who are we to say? So, what about
But,
you, Ronnie? Is there a movie that
Like horror wise, or just any movie in general?
horror or other?
So for horror movies, I would say Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th were always my go-tos. Those were like my two favorite franchises of horror movies. Regular movies in general, I mean, we talked about this before. The Lion King. Obviously, I grew up on that movie. My favorite.
Getting a tat.
my favorite comedy movie of all time is, because I'm a big Adam Sandler fan, Billy Madison. I love that movie. I watch that movie all the time. I could probably quote it from like front to back. So yeah, I'm a big Adam Sandler guy. So Billy Madison for sure.
Good.
What about you, Flem?
Horror movies, a lot stands out because I'm very terrified of everything as well. Like the Ring really did a number on me when I was growing up.
Ooh, yeah.
I was
same.
terrified.
So you
Something that I think is just,
you couldn't go against her in Dead by Daylight.
yeah, I haven't even played since she's been in there. I kind of want to see what that's like. But no, I mean that was very terrifying. I remember having my mom like have to like stand in the bathroom with me for me to use the bathroom. I was so scared of that, and that's why when I played Fatal Frame recently, I don't know if you've ever played that, or you've seen that game, but because it's based off of like Japanese lore or whatever, and it seems like there's like a lot to do with people falling down wells, but it's just terrifying. And then for like movies, I like Steve Carell movies. I've always liked Steve Carell. A huge Office fan. But he had a movie called Dan in Real Life. Yeah, I liked your background on a few of your streams when you were like in the conference room.
Yeah.
I've tuned into some of those.
I got Stanley in the background.
Yeah, very clever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked the movie called Dan in Real Life for a really long time. It was my favorite movie.
Nice.
It showed like I always like when actors who are typically like in a comedy role play like a serious role.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like with Adam Sandler, like anytime he does like a serious like movie, I always find that like really captivating.
Oh, I loved Uncut Gems.
Oh,
That was really good.
Gems was super good. It was
really
great.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil it, but I mean, I was not prepared for the ending of it.
No, not at all.
I was not prepared for that. I felt kind of sick to my stomach leaving.
Yeah. I just love how Uncut Gems, you just felt like tense and very on edge, like the entire movie.
Yeah, and I've never seen a movie like it where the dialogue was like as if people were around you, not acting. It's like you were witness to like something that's happening in real life. It's crazy. I don't know if it did well though. Didn't it? I feel like I've heard that it didn't. Like there were some people that hated it because of that, because it was too chaotic.
I did hear some complaints, but people. It was actually really good. No, it did really good, from what I understand.
It really shined light on to me like the importance of like different communities and rituals. Like I'd never imagined. I didn't know that jewelry was such a thing to aspire for, like for like good luck, and that people live or die by it. Unless it's a work of fiction, but I think there's some truth behind all that.
It's crazy that it was based in Philly too, so it was like right around like that area.
Yeah, that's fun.
But have you guys been catching up on like D23 at all?
Raquel, my wife told me all about it today.
Oh yeah. What about you, Emily?
D23, is that a Disney thing?
Yeah, so it's like so it happened, what was it, yesterday or the other day?
It's like E3 for Disney.
Yeah, so
okay.
It's kind of so it's kind of like San Diego Comic-Con panels, but it's all Disney.
I see.
So they were like announcing all like the games and the movies coming out and everything. So I don't know if you like heard about any of the movies coming out or anything like that.
I think I saw like a brief, like little tidbit about it. I don't know if it was from somewhere on Twitter or someone else that I follow on Instagram.
Hmm.
But I think they were just kind of like talking about like upcoming like Marvel releases or something like that, maybe.
Okay, so they did have a section on that too, but they also had like Pixar and everything. So like they're doing Incredibles 3, Toy Story 5. They're doing Moana 2. Did you guys see the live action Lilo and Stitch? Did you see what Stitch looks like?
So I haven't seen. I've only heard through verbal.
Oh,
I didn't even know there was like concepts or trailers.
I think he looks pretty cool. You guys gotta look up what Stitch looks like. He looks pretty cool. Like from I know we.
I gotta see this right now.
I know we. I know they had like all the like rumored ones back then where he looked like different versions, but he actually looks really good. So I'm pretty excited for that one. That's it, right?
Oh yeah.
Adorable and a little bit terrifying. You know what? He actually doesn't look that bad.
Yeah,
I feel like this would be like a pretty good like live action Stitch. Some of these other ones though look really terrifying.
That's what I mean. Like the ones that they were doing before. There's one that doesn't even look like.
It'd be cool if they got Will Smith to play him, like they did with Genie, and they modeled it.
No, they need to get Chris Pratt.
He's doing everything. Yeah,
get Chris Pratt in there. But
I feel like no matter how bad, I'm sure the movie will do great. But I mean, like,
absolutely,
everyone's always harping on these live action movies nowadays. I feel like that's something they can't mess up. There's just no way they can mess up Lilo and Stitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's a classic. But yeah, I saw that the Incredibles 3, and then Toy Story 5. My wife told me that it was going to be more centered around. Okay, it was this cat I just seen.
That's a little.
Oh, okay. I love it. It's adorable. Okay, but yeah, Toy Story 5 is going to be about like kids who are now like into tablets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they showed?
Yeah, so it's all like toys versus electronics. That'll be interesting for sure.
I'll probably have like some kids like ordering toys or whatever on Amazon or something. I feel like that's gonna be in there.
Right. All the other toys are just gonna be like collectibles now, like Woody and all of them. They're just gonna be like vintage collectibles. But they're also doing Frozen 3. Flem, I know your kids will be excited for that. At least your daughter.
Oh my God. She will.
Your son probably not so much because I know he doesn't like Frozen.
For some reason, he sings all the songs, but every time it's on, he's like, "I don't like this."
Does he like any other like Disney movies or other kid movies?
They are 100% Disney everything. So he was loved like when he was a baby, he loved Cars like all the way up until like last year. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, we had so many Cars toys.
Oh no!
Now he's done with Lightning. He's done with Mater. Sucks.
What's he into now?
Well, we go back and forth. Like he's watching Wreck-It Ralph a lot now. Like he's
okay,
loving Wreck. Do they have any Wreck-It Ralph stuff at Disney and stuff like that? I feel like I didn't see any when I went. I don't think there is. That's something they should expand on. That's
I'm sure they do.
I remember. I've only been like to Disneyland, I think like maybe 1 or 2 times.
Yeah. Well, I saw in the D23 they're adding like, or I didn't see it. Like I was informed. I was briefed. Like a Monsters Inc. world or something.
Yeah, that.
Oh my God, that would be so awesome. I loved Monsters Inc. as a kid.
Oh, it's good. Have you seen the series that they made, like the Monsters at Work?
Probably I did on Disney Plus. Okay. On Disney Plus, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's good. I wonder if they'll expand on that because that's pretty fun times.
Yeah. And then obviously they have like Mufasa. They have Avatar 3 coming out. They announced another Avatar.
Oh, okay.
So we gotta wait how many decades for this one?
I think comes out next year. I think.
Really?
Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty soon. I thought it would be like another 5 years.
I got footage. I bet.
I could be wrong, but if I had to guess between 2025 and 27, but I'm pretty sure it's 25.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, and Zootopia 2, they're doing Zootopia 2. The live action Snow White.
Oh, I did see a preview for that.
Mm-hmm. And then I don't. I know they announced a few like newer movies, but like nothing that's like a sequel or remake or anything.
Well, they're doing like an Iron Man ride, right? Like
Are they?
a Tony Stark ride. I think
Oh,
I saw.
I didn't hear about that one.
Well, I keep on saying I think I saw. I'm not lying. I was told.
No, no, they
whatever
do. I'm
happened, I
doing.
haven't
Believe me,
seen
I'm getting
anything.
on it if that's the case.
Yeah.
I'm going there if that's the case.
Yeah, but
But yeah. So Emily, you've been to a few concerts lately.
Mhm.
Is there any like concerts that you're looking forward to coming up, or are you done with concerts for a minute?
Um, let's see.
well,
'Cause I know you, I know
So
you just did that.
concerts have you been to recently? What's the music taste here?
my music taste as of now is kind of like, I guess maybe like EDM.
Mhm.
So the last concert I went to was actually last week, and it was called Hard Summer. Basically, just a whole bunch of like different DJs and artists like going there and doing a lot of little rave sets and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. I think my next like concert is actually gonna be next week, next
Oh,
Friday or Saturday. Um, it's for another DJ. His name is Henry Fong, and he has like a little food festival type of thing, and then he's gonna be playing music as well, which will be pretty cool. So those are like the concerts that I've been going to as of late.
very cool.
Um, I think like
Yep.
actual music, like concert wise, was for, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but his name is Mike Dean. He's like a
Mhm.
producer.
Mhm. I remember when you guys went to that. You guys were talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so he does a lot of like, I guess like synth and stuff like that. So he's pretty cool. And
Cool. Yeah, we
So, yeah,
definitely.
you mentioned you liked like the nightlife and that how that's all available. Is it hard to like stay on top of being social on that? Like I've never been to clubs or anything like that or DJ sets or whatever. But when you go to these, when you go with all your friends, is it like, okay, we go, but we ain't gonna talk. We're just gonna
yeah.
just go crazy for a while and then we'll meet up here at 9 in the morning.
I feel like I feel like it's kind of like, so when I do go, we'll go with some people who are some like friends from the community who also live in the SoCal area,
Mhm.
and we don't do it too often, maybe like every other month or so. But yeah, it's just like we do like a dinner before, like we meet up before, and then we'll go to like these events, and it's like you can't really talk at those events, like because the music is so loud, you're basically like yelling in each other's ears, so you do all your catching up like right before. But it's a fun time.
Yeah, I know we were talking about it before. We definitely need to plan like EDC or something. That'd be a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
that'll be
Yeah.
really cool, like in the
Mhm.
EDC trip or something for
So
with
let
the
me know.
community.
I'll definitely go out there. I need to go out there for more than just TwitchCon. So
What's EDC? Is that
it's like
education?
it's like all DJs, all EDM, all house music, all different types
Oh,
of
so
like
it's like
Yeah.
a festival type thing.
electronic stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw
Yeah.
Ronnie up there too.
I'll be like, I know him from DJ Simulator.
Yeah, it's that one guy right there.
I'm just play all DJ Simulator songs.
That would be great.
Oh, that would be funny. I need to do that on like I need to do that on actual DJ sets on
Yeah.
on
And then
Twitch.
at the end of it, everyone's like, "What was that?" You're like, "It worked in the game."
Throwing beer
bottles.
throwing beer bottles at them. So like in the game, you can throw beer bottles at the crowd and hit them.
Oh my god, that would be
Wait, you
hilarious.
can throw at the crowd?
Yeah, I was hitting people in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I don't think we could do that in real life, but
that
that'd
doesn't
be
happen at the regular ones, does it?
so you
I
can
don't think
see
I'd
like
go.
you can see their mood above them. So like you can tell if they're happy or hype or anything like that. If I see like a angry face, I throw a beer bottle at them and they just pass out.
that would just make them so happy.
Right?
That ever happened to you before, Emily, at a concert? Or
Maybe not a beer bottle, but I went to a concert one time, and the artist, it was a GEZ concert. He would have like plastic water bottles, and he would like drink the water, and then like when an intense drop would come, he would just like fling the water at the crowd, like we're being like blessed like at church or something. And I was like, I have never been to a concert where I've gotten so wet before. I feel like I'm like at a water park.
like a splash zone. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
when-
you get to say G-Eazy threw water on you, so.
Ronnie, like, sign me up, please. I will keep the water on my body.
I've been hit with beer bottles at shows before.
What?
Yeah, like a glass one too, not just like a can or anything, like an actual
Did
bottle.
you stop or
Like,
keep going?
luckily, I was wearing a hat. Okay, I wasn't DJing. But like,
okay. I'm like, I'm imagining you up there.
I was in the crowd, and a beer bottle. I was wearing a hat too. The beer bottle just like went like that and rolled off. I was like, oh,
That's
okay, well,
insane. It didn't like crack or like burst on top of your head or something.
no, it just rolled right off and broke on the floor. But but it like was thrown so far away, I couldn't even find who did it. But I mean, I wasn't gonna start anything anyway because I didn't want to get kicked out. But
It's like, yeah, who threw that?
What do you mean? You would get kicked out?
If I would have started it, they probably would have. But I've had a lot of crazy stuff happen in crowds. I've had like a drunk dude lick my ear.
Oh,
Yeah, at a vampire.
Was it good, or did you
No,
not like
no.
it?
I was at a.
He made his attempt. He tried.
I was watching Vampire Weekend, and this drunk dude just put his mouth on my ear. I was like,
during Vampire Weekend too. I thought it would be like a different
No.
artist or something.
No, the Vampire Weekend of all shows. I was like, okay, well, yeah, I'm moving. So.
Wow. Have you guys ever witnessed? There's like a lot of alcohol at these things, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. I've seen worse, but yeah.
With that many people in like a confined space, have you ever witnessed like people getting into like a fight?
Yeah, a lot.
I've always wondered. So, is there any crazy?
I haven't seen fights actually.
Stories you've seen, like.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I actually haven't seen fights, Emily.
So when I went to see Fred again, there was I think they had some like logistical issues about their seating and stuff. So there was this girl with her group of friends, and she was kind of like saving their seats for them. And then basically the way they sold tickets for this concert was that you could like purchase a section, but it's kind of like GA, so like first come first serve.
Mhm.
And everything was starting to fill up, and this girl was walking around for a good 20 minutes, I would say, just trying to find a seat in our section. And she was like, oh, is it okay I sit here? And when she was like, oh no, our friends are sitting here. And she was like, well, it's been 20 minutes and I haven't seen your friends, so I'm just gonna sit here. And they like almost like broke out into a fight because she was like, no, you can't sit here, we have people sitting here. And she's like, yeah. It got kind of crazy. And then at the festival I went to last week, I don't even know what happened. I think they just like bumped into each other, but like a fist fight broke out and they're like pushing each other, and I was like, oh my god, okay, I'm just gonna walk away, go the other way.
Your
So they
main
did it.
attraction should be pull out your phone. Haven't you seen the internet? You're supposed
Oh
to
yeah,
exploit
like
that.
no, like World Star, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. You're supposed to exploit that right away.
That would have been my first TikTok video.
That would have blown up. That would have been perfect. They're like, she's done reposting. Look. But have either of you ever been like, other than Ronnie getting beer bottles thrown at him? But that probably wasn't targeted.
No, it wasn't targeted, but it just hit me out of all people. Me being so short, it hit me. So.
Have you ever been close to a situation where someone like nudged you or rubbed you the wrong way in a crowd, where like you're like, I will throw hands, like if it comes to it?
I've gotten annoyed by it because I would be in like a pit area, but I know they don't mean it like intentionally, so I know like
it's more of just
not to do it. It's kind of like look, I'm sorry, I'm bumping into you. It's not really my intentions type of thing. Yeah. But no, I've had stuff like that. Yeah, but I've never. I try to stay calm during it because I know they don't really mean it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the same as well. And also, like, I'm not very tall.
Right.
I'm like 4'11".
Mhm.
4'11" 3/4 actually. No, but I'm like pretty short. So if I ever got into a fight with anyone, it would probably have to be someone my height or shorter in the same weight class as me, because I'm not winning any fights.
Right. Same
anytime
here.
soon.
Same here.
I like how you size them up if they're in your same weight class. Well, okay, we can do it. All right. Here, stand back to back real quick.
Just like gotta make sure we're the same height first.
That's why I always try to get like. That's why I always try to get like to the front of the crowd as possible, because so many people are like 6 feet tall or 7 feet tall. I'm like, okay, I'm over here 5'5".
He's like, yeah, I can't see the stage, but I hear the music.
Right. Oh, we can see the video on the side. We're good.
That's funny.
Yeah.
My wife has the same problem. She's also like 4'11", like she's like the same height, and we every time we go anywhere, I wish I could put her on my shoulders because she just can't ever see anything. I just feel bad. Movie theaters, if anyone sits in front of her, it's just a
Oh,
problem.
it's awful.
Yeah, it sucks because I'm pretty tall. I get the whole scene. I have to like relay everything that's going on.
Mm.
Yeah, I realize that like it's such a like a change in view like when you're just like
I
a
thought you
few
were gonna say
inches taller.
disability.
Oh no.
I never realized how it's a disability. I thought you were gonna say that.
Like just like because I think I was like talking to I think Ducky about this, like I was trying to look for something in the kitchen and I realized that because he is taller than me, he's like 5'8", 5'9".
Mhm.
When I see something, he doesn't see it the same way. So like while it's easily visible for me, he might not be able to see it and like vice versa. So I'm like if I'm looking for something on the shelf, he can easily find it, but I probably
Complement
can't.
each other. Yeah, you're like I'll handle this area. You handle that area.
And I'm like, there's
For
like
stuff.
such a world like I haven't seen. Like I haven't ever seen the top of my fridge before. I didn't know you could reach up there. I just throw things up there and just like, yeah, I'll find it one day.
I just hop on my counters if I ever need to go on top of my fridge.
She's like a monkey. Like,
Yeah. Like
it's like my daughter. She pulls up a chair.
I'll have like my chips on like the top counter, and I'd have to like get on there just to grab some chips.
That's great.
Yeah.
I wish I shared that struggle, but I was like your height in like 5th grade.
I remember.
Yeah.
Do you have like a dream artist that you want to see?
A dream artist.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh, Picasso, Leonardo da Vinci. No. Artists. I know Childish Gambino. He was like an artist that I've like listened to since like I was in middle school, high school.
Mhm.
I've always wanted to see him live in concert, and he is having a concert.
Yes.
But the sad thing is that it's during TwitchCon weekend. So
Oh, is it really?
yeah, I think it's right before TwitchCon. So I'm like,
Oh no.
ooh, I don't know if this is gonna be his last tour or not. But I would really love to see his like set and everything. So I feel like if I had a dream artist to see, it would definitely be him.
Awesome. Yeah, he is a good show. I saw him when he like it was right after because the internet came out. He came to a festival out here. He headlined it. It was a pretty good show. But I mean, it was before he did like his like changed up his style. But so I haven't seen like his new stuff. But it's a pretty good show. I do recommend it if you do decide to do it. What about you, Flam?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I say I like him as well.
Mhm.
I was very surprised because I watched Community. I loved Community, like through and through, and I had no clue. But he's like dropping the Childish Gambino thing. I've seen articles about that. But he's doing a concert in Austin here pretty soon with Willow. I don't know if you've heard of Willow. Will
Oh,
Smith's
Willow, yeah.
daughter.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I like both of them a lot, so I would be interested. But I don't know much. I've never really been to many concerts, so I don't know if that's a normal thing to go see as a grown man.
No,
I feel like it'll
you'd
be
have
like
a good time. Yeah.
great night out, especially like a great like date night too. I haven't seen him like
Absolutely.
live, but I think his music's really great. So if you like
Mhm.
his music, I think it'll be pretty cool.
I think the one closest to me is happening in like a couple of days in Philly.
I know where you're going.
No, I wish I could, but it's during the week, so I got work.
Yeah,
I wish I
same
could
for
though.
me too. It's like
Yeah,
they have one in downtown LA, but it's like in the middle of the week. And I'm like, why does it have to be in the middle of the week?
right. So, what about you, Flem? Is there like any artist that you would love to see live at all?
I'm not good with crowds, so I kind of have always avoided a lot of those situations. So, but
So, all right. So, like standing in a crowd or like sitting or both?
I think sitting would be actually kind of fine.
Okay, so a sitting crowd, like you could sit in seats.
Yeah, I could do that.
What would be a dream?
My favorite band's always been like the Strokes. I don't know if you know who the Strokes are, so I mean, I would like to see them someday. I've seen a few in concert, like Ben Folds. I don't know if you know who Ben Folds is.
Mm-hmm.
My music taste is a little bit different.
I've heard the name.
Yeah. He's kind of an older older fella. A lot of piano music. There's an artist called Darwin Dees. Have you ever heard of Darwin Dees before?
I feel like you're setting us up.
Dees?
Why?
Yeah.
It sounds like you're setting us up.
No, I'm not. No. Followed him for years. He's kind of very eclectic, very indie. I've seen him in concert, and it's all like really small stuff that I've seen.
Okay.
But
I would say,
sitting would be more ideal because standing up around people and then like me towering down at them.
Standing for hours, your feet start hurting. You want to take a seat, there's nowhere to sit. You're tired.
Well, like,
Right.
we tried. I went to actually like when I was living in Germany. Like I got free tickets to see 21 Pilots.
Ooh.
nice.
Yeah, and we went to go see them, but we left after like the 5th song because it was just too much. Like I couldn't even handle that. But it was
You were in the
for
pit
what I was
area?
there for.
Mm.
Yeah, everyone's like they wanted me to move with them. I can't. I'm not moving. I am a statue. What are you doing?
I always try to go for the rail whenever I do a concert. It's just like so that you're not getting pushed around. You can hold on to the rail. You're safe. Yeah, the security guards give you water.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I know at Firefly when they actually stopped doing Firefly down here. They used to give like the people in the front of the crowd like Starbursts and stuff.
Nice.
Oh, they would hand out
Yeah.
candy during the festival.
Yeah, they just give you water and then they just get Starbursts and just hand them
nuts.
to everybody.
And then,
Just,
like, isn't it,
Fling
like,
into the
4
crowd.
days in the sun, isn't it like really sweaty and like miserable?
Mhm.
Here's some sugar.
But no, they stopped doing Firefly around here.
I heard that.
Yeah, but I know it's at least not going to be in the area it used to be. If they do bring it back, I think it's going to be somewhere else. But I hope they do
Delaware
bring it back.
already has NASCAR, so I feel like that's enough.
Yeah,
NASCAR and beaches. So,
they have comedy shows down here.
do they?
They have them at the casino.
Dover Downs. Yeah.
Mike Epps is going to be here in like a week.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
He's funny.
Yeah.
Very fun.
And
Now's
then
when
for
Emily
me,
goes, yep.
no, for me, no, I'm just trying to think. I don't know a dream artist I would see. I was supposed to see Kid Cudi, but he broke his foot, so he canceled his whole tour.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he didn't want to
Yeah.
like go around in a little
Faker.
wheelchair on the set.
Nah, he broke his foot at Coachella, so he canceled his whole tour. So I was
Isn't that
pretty
what
upset.
also happened-
I thought Billie Eilish stormed it on, didn't she?
What
Remember
happened?
didn't she break her leg or something like that? And I remember seeing like viral clips of her like doing her concerts like with like a leg cast or something.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Anyway, Kid
Could
Cudi
be.
should cancel. How about that?
He shouldn't cancel.
You
So
can
it
still
was,
sing and sit at the same
Yeah.
time.
it was supposed to be Kid Cudi. It was supposed to be Willow and Pusha T. So Willow probably went from Kid Cudi's to Childish Gambino's. She's like, oh, I can't do Cudi, I'll do Gambino. So
That's pretty
But,
cool though.
yeah, but dream artist wise, I really don't know. I've seen a lot of people.
We
It's
can
kinda-
pick for you if you want.
Go ahead.
You really want to see Beethoven.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
live in concert.
Mhm.
Ninth Symphony, goes super hard.
I'll even pay for the meet and greet VIP package. You know. Yeah.
So why don't you tell us a little bit more about the trombone?
The trombone.
Yeah.
So I only did band for 2 years, and it was when I was in middle school. My parents were actually they were like, they knew I was taking band. They're like, okay, you should pick like a nice instrument, like maybe like the clarinet or the flute.
You're like, no,
And-
nope.
I was so indecisive. I didn't know what to pick, but I had a friend who was in band, and she played the trombone, and she really, really liked it. So I was like, you know what? I'll try the trombone as well. And I think I was like the only female like trombonist in my middle school during that time, and it was interesting sitting in the bass section with a lot of hooligans, I guess you would say. But I really enjoyed it.
Cool.
And I enjoyed it so much that I did it another year.
Nice.
Wow. Did you ever?
Did you guys?
So did you ever thought you might have a career in tromboning or?
No, the thing is like again, I'm like really short, so my arm spans also isn't very wide. So,
Yeah, that's the one you have to like slide, right? It's like
yeah, so I could reach like most of the positions, but I think sixth and seventh were the ones I kind of struggled with, and like some notes I just like secretly wouldn't play. I would let my partner play it because I couldn't slide my arm all the way
he's
down.
got this.
Did you guys
Cool.
play any instruments like guitar or band or anything?
I learned how to play the guitar for a little bit and then I stopped, so I can't say I know how to play the guitar, but I know it a little bit. I've always wanted to learn the saxophone. I don't know why I love the sound of a saxophone so much, but every time I hear it in a song, it makes the song like a 1,000 times better. Like that Katy Perry song, what TGIF.
Yeah.
Once I hear that saxophone, I'm like, all right, I like this song. This song's 100 times better now.
Like gives you a sense of nostalgia for some reason every time you hear it.
I don't know why I like the saxophone so much, but it just sounds so cool in songs.
I think I did the tambourine in first grade and the recorder. So
I did record it as well.
I don't know if I ever learned much more than that. I've always wanted to learn an instrument. People think that I can play piano. Like I can play the beginning of Roses by Outkast very well.
Really?
Just the very beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah, but when you play that, people are like, "Wow!" But all I did was like I would like watch a YouTube video, watch their finger where they would go.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube University.
Yeah, I did that whole thing, and I just learned that whole beginning. Like I don't know what that would be called, but I learned that. But now, even to this day, my dad will send me like texts, like he'll send me a picture or a video of someone like playing beautifully, like at an airport. He's like, "Man, I bet you could do this." I can't. I don't know anything about it.
You kind of just edge them on with like the first part is like, "Yep, just a preview."
Can you please learn the whole Roses song and do it one day, please?
I do sing it with pretty good conviction. It's a very good song.
It is. It's a great song. You gotta do a parody of it.
I also played. I know the Fray. What is it? That song, "How to Save a Life." I know how to play like that on piano, but that's.
Is that the one that's all over TikTok where it's like the acoustic version and you hear it in like all the TikToks and it's like all something sad or they're doing something funny.
I think it goes through phases. I feel like I've seen them pop up in there like every couple of like months. Like there'd be like a resurgence in like sad like TikToks with that song.
I remember this. Those are great. The funny ones anyway, not the sad ones.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, I remember that. When I found out that girl had cancer, hilarious.
No, because there was one where it's like this dude and he's like making goofy faces into a camera and that song's playing,
Yeah,
and then it cuts. It's a stitch, so it cuts to the guy that's doing the video itself, and then he's like making fun of his way, like, oh, I'm gonna jump off here, or I'm gonna run in front of here, I'm gonna run in front of this car. I don't know why I like that TikTok so much, but it's funny. If you guys opened up your TikTok right now, what would be the first video that would pop up? Like, what has your feeds been?
Like, how bad are our algorithms?
I want to know what your feeds look like right now, because mine are crazy.
I collect people. Like,
huh?
I kind of have like this. That's going to be really bad out of context. I see why you cancel you don't save your VODs. I like. It sounds really mean spirited. It's not. I'm fascinated by people that like. Have you ever seen Dinner for Schmucks?
Mm-hmm.
So like that whole concept of taking somebody who's just a little offbeat to dinner. I collect people who like are just fully in their brain that they're like, I am making it. I'm doing so good. So I got like this cool guy who's like 50 years old. He's a magician. He's got like 3 people watching every week. But I just find it all fascinating. I would love to show you some of the things I have. It would be amazing. But every single one is just like the most offbeat, weird.
Like
people.
Everyone has like their little like niche or something, and then
yeah, extremely.
that's
niche.
so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It is cool. Except there's just one guy who's been asking for money every day for 2 months. And every week it's a different story. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to help my parents with their rent. I need $200. And then the next week he's like, I just found out my brother has diabetes. I need $200. He changes the reason. And people in the comments are just like, stop.
I wonder if anyone has ever like donated to him. Like, yeah, here's $1.
Yeah, they
Good
have.
luck.
It's like the whole if you give like a cat like food outside your house, it's like that. Someone's done it before, and that's why he keeps doing it. Because he's confirmed it.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, my cat, he just needs another 200. Not me this time, it's my cat.
Yeah, my cat is low on milk. You gotta trying to help him out. Just had a litter.
What about you, Em?
So for me, my TikTok For You page is mostly just like little cat memes or just cats. I think right now the most popular one is like, I don't know what their breed name is. Like, those like really bald cats that don't have fur on them. So there's like
the Dr. Evil cat. The Dr. Evil cat, yeah.
Yeah, the Sphinx cat. So, I don't know if it's like the same page or if it's different pages, but like for some reason, like these Sphinx cats, like they get really aggressive and like they start like hitting each other, like they hit other cats and like they smack each other, and it kind of they're like uncooked raw chickens just fighting, and I find it so funny. And they just like smack each other all the time. So that's my For You page.
Adorable cats. I love it.
I'm so jealous of your guys' pages. Mine are so bad. I get random videos of animals eating other animals, or I'll get like, or I'll get like
Animal Planet too long.
I get like a crazy amount of kick streamer clips, and I get how do I word this one? It's like this dude who like he's like showing ways of being poor, but he's like, okay, so like when you have to share your food with your 7 siblings, and then he's like cutting up water bottles and like plastic bags and stuff, and then he's putting like Captain Crunch in like the bottles, and then he'll like put like a ketchup packet and all this random food, and then everybody in the comment section's like, nobody ever did this, bro. But yeah, the animal ones, I watched like one animal video once, and ever since then it's just been animal after animal after animal, and I actually dislike them. So like you have that option where you can say like, I don't want to see this video anymore. Yeah, I do that. I still get them. I'm like, stop. Like, why?
You just need a new TikTok page.
Yeah,
you need
pretty
to reset
much.
your For You page.
Right.
I had to do that when I started getting like so many like Trump. I'm not political or anything, but it's like so many extremes on both sides. I was like going on to that side where it's just like, well, you know why everything's going wrong? That's how they always start. It's like, because of gravity. It ain't real. And I'm like, so I've had to be like, okay, this is a little too brain rot.
Yeah.
The Earth, it's flat.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Those are great.
Yeah.
TikTok, I don't know. It has its like ups and downs. I think it's like a really good platform for content creators. You can find like so many cute videos and like learn a bunch of things. Like I use TikTok to like find like a ton of cool recipes. But then there's also that other side of TikTok where it's just chaos. I guess that's just the easiest way to describe it. Just chaos.
It's like, how did this get approved on here? Like,
I'm like, yeah, how are you even letting this through?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's the side that I think that Ronnie and I are on.
I've had my own videos taken down because they said it was against their rules. I'm like, how? It's a game. Like, what? But you're letting all this other stuff go on? Okay, sure.
I've been canceled so many times.
Yeah, Ronnie, like you on the boat, Sea of Thieves, too controversial.
Yeah. Oh.
Dude, you were climbing up that. I remember that video, and I went and watched it. I was like, what made this go off?
I don't know. I think it's because I had the Jaws theme to it. I don't know, but it just went off. I'm happy it did, but there's no commentary, there's no nothing. It was just an Xbox game clip, so I don't know why. I don't know why it went off the way it did, but it did.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
My people that are on there, I think that you would be impressed. It's very good. A lot of people that are just like wanting to become musicians, but they have the worst ideas for songs, but they're serious about it. That's what makes it so fun. Like I said, it sounds so mean spirited, but I'm just fascinated with that type of person.
Like
Like,
parodies or like
you would think.
oh
You would think. Have you ever seen the movie Pop Star? It's like
I think I've heard of
With the
it.
Lonely Island, yes. With the Lonely Island, yes.
Yeah, it's like mockumentary, right? But like in that, there's people like they're obviously all the songs are hilarious.
Right.
In that universe, they're like I'm the top of the game, I'm the best.
I love the vision.
I'll just name drop this one guy. His name's there's two of them. James Chapesky. If you've ever heard of that name, if you're listening, look him up.
Well, now that you're saying it, it's probably going to pop up on my page. So
James Chapesky. Fantastic. He's made like 8 different musicals, full length on YouTube. They're great. And then the better one, that's a little bit more. I actually have a lot of respect for James Chapesky because he just keeps working. He's always on the grind.
Mm-hmm.
But Caleb Robertson, he's got Huntington's disease, which it's not funny. I'm not saying it's funny, but he mentions it in like 80% of his videos. And his music is something that I think only angels are allowed to hear because it's just beautiful. I want anybody watching to go look them up and find out for yourself.
I'm a little bit scared, but I'm also very interested now.
Now I definitely want to.
I'm intrigued.
It'll be an instant follow. You guys will love him.
Cool.
Everybody will.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anybody you recommend, I'll follow.
Oh yeah, I can get you.
Well, we're going up. We're coming up on like the 2-hour mark. Emily, do you have any like questions for us or anything, or that you wanted to ask?
I don't know. I guess what are you guys' plans for the rest of the year with, I guess, streaming wise, content wise, any big plans, like in life in general?
You want me to go first? Yeah,
I'll go first. So I say for me, obviously I'm gonna be vlogging TwitchCon. So we got that. Streaming wise, just seeing whatever games come out. I'm definitely gonna try to stay on top of and keep up with everybody and play them. Other than that, I don't. Well, besides the DJ streams, yeah, DJ streams are happening in the future. I'm setting that up now. I also want to decorate the area, so make it look better decorated, so it doesn't just look like a wall. Because it is in like a really small room, so there is gonna be some decorating. But once I get all that set, there will be DJ streams, and hopefully there's a way I could save the VODs and so like people that miss them, I can upload them somewhere. So other than that, yeah, I can't really think of anything else. But what about you, Flem?
I mean, my focus is just primarily my stream. Like, I'm really trying to grind it. I mean, not really. I shouldn't even say that. I have this challenge thing that I did kind of keep myself motivated, and I want to grow the stream obviously as much as possible, and just feel like proud of it, which I mostly do. But I actually do what I'll ask you guys here, so you guys feel pressured to say yes. I'm trying to do. I have this idea where I want to do a Halloween special.
Ooh.
Okay.
But I need. I'm just gonna say the idea too. So I'm gonna do a shot for shot remake of It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. But I need actors and actresses.
Ooh, sounds
Someone with a
interesting.
green screen.
Right.
Well, it's not even gonna be funny. Like I want literally shot for shot, live action.
As long as I got the
think
script,
we could do it.
I think we could do it.
Well,
I have a green screen that
I'm in.
I still have from years ago, so
Like,
I think we can make it work.
Yeah,
I'm actually. I want to get a green screen.
Got to organize it. It's going to be called "That's a Big Pumpkin," Charlie Brown, or something like that. It has to be like a little bit more satire on there. But it inspired me. There was I don't know if you've seen it, but someone did a shot-for-shot remake of Harry Potter, the first one, on YouTube, and it's hilarious. Like,
Oh, I gotta look that up.
They have zero equipment, but it's literally the exact run time
Same runtime too. That's
same
Wow.
everything, every scene. I mean, but it's funny because it's like these guys who have no like acting talent. I just think it'd be really cool to do something like a Halloween special.
So like, did they actually like go to like the zoo and like go
Oh,
on like
yeah.
a little
In
shack
their
in like the
own
middle of the
way.
island?
In their own janky way, yes. It's really good. It's phenomenal. It's called Harry Potter and the Stone.
And just one
Yeah.
stone.
Yeah, we can make that work. I think
Yeah, I've got to organize it, and like I'm very good at like starting a project and not being able to finish it. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But if not, there'll be some unused footage of you guys being like, Linus and Sally.
yeah. So Emily, he was making a hot sauce video of people doing the bomb hot sauce,
Mm-hmm.
and he never made it. He put my footage in his intro.
And
Of
you
his
know what?
stream.
You know what? You know what? I can get rid of it because that's where it says your full name.
Oh, you can keep it.
That's okay.
You can keep it. Like I don't.
You, Emily?
It's not secretive, but like I just don't do it as much. Like I don't say it as much anymore.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But like people that know. But yeah, go ahead, Em.
Yeah. What about you? Before we hop off, do you have plans to keep streaming? I know it's kind of here and there right now, but are you gonna be jumping in?
Yeah, I think I would like try to like make a more like concise schedule, like work around my school stuff and like any other school related things I need to do. Make a set schedule for streaming. I would like to stream more often. I know my schedule has been kind of sporadic. Maybe even if I have more time besides like streaming stuff, maybe doing some other short form content on some other sites. But we'll see. That'll be pretty interesting.
Maybe you'll
Other
make
big
that TikTok.
maybe I'll make
Yeah.
that TikTok. Start with the world star, the big fights,
Yeah.
all the concerts I go to. A compilation of those. That'll be really great.
Yeah. You gotta like blog there and stuff.
And then
Blogging
besides,
TikToks.
that'll be really great. I don't know. Now that I know that about that editing stuff, it'll make it
Mhm.
a lot more easier.
Yeah, just it's right on your clips page.
All right, bet I'll check that out.
Mhm.
And then outside of streaming, hopefully just more like maybe traveling, trying new places, new foods, and stuff like that. But nothing too crazy because I am like on my last year or so of college, so I'm trying to get that done as soon as I can. And then yeah.
Do you have any dream places you want to travel to?
Ooh, I don't know. I haven't really thought about like traveling like outside the country or any big traveling trips, but I've never been on a cruise, so maybe I would like to do that.
Okay. I've never done a cruise either. What about you, Flim? No?
Not never. Nope.
Do you guys get motion sickness?
I don't.
You
Because I
don't?
go fishing all the time, so I'm used to it.
Okay.
I don't know if I do. No, I have no clue. Maybe.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we gotta find out.
Oh, yeah, I hope I don't find out before I go on one. I hope I don't find out.
Yeah, I get motion sickness like when I'm playing video games sometimes. So
Mhm.
hopefully, if I ever do go on a cruise, I don't get motion sickness because that would be a not fun vacation. But
Yeah.
I feel like IRL versus looking at a screen is a little different. So you might be okay. Because I've gotten motion sickness a little bit from games before too. But anyway, Emily, we appreciate
Really
you
good
being on the
talking.
we appreciate you being on the podcast. We hope you had
thank you.
a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
thank you for having me.
Do you have any like advice for anybody about streaming or just anything in general, just that you want to say, or any final words or?
Any advice? I would say if you're a streamer, just keep on streaming and keep on doing it. Be consistent, and you'll make it.
Awesome.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Clem, you have anything else you want to say before we end, or?
No, other than it was a really good time. I'm glad to have done it.
I had a
Yeah.
blast.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys actually like finally got to like meet like in person, like
Mixing the
video
world.
to video. Yeah. So cool. All right. So that's gonna do it for episode 5. Emily, again, we appreciate you being here, being on episode 5. So this is the Lack Thereof podcast, and we'll see you guys for episode 6. You gotta do it.
Peace out.